Have you ever wondered why a glass of wine can make you feel relaxed or a shot of tequila can make you feel invincible? Welcome to the mysterious world of alcohol, a substance that has been part of human culture for thousands of years. It's been celebrated, vilified, and studied extensively, yet there's still so much we don't understand about it. What's undeniable, though, is alcohol's ability to alter our thoughts, our behavior, and our mood, often in dramatic ways. From a chilled beer at a summer barbecue to a flute of champagne at a wedding, alcohol is often associated with celebration and relaxation. Yet it's not just a social lubricant, it's a powerful psychoactive substance that impacts the brain in diverse ways. Let's take a brief tour of the alcohol spectrum. We've got the lighter side with beer and wine, often enjoyed in a relaxed setting, which can lead to feelings of calm and euphoria. Then we have the stronger spirits like whiskey, vodka, and tequila, which can make us feel bold and invincible. But why does alcohol have these effects? The answer lies in its interaction with the brain. Alcohol affects the brain's neurotransmitters, the body's chemical messengers that transmit signals throughout the body to regulate thought processes, behavior, and emotions. Depending on the type of alcohol and the amount consumed, these neurotransmitters can either be inhibited or excited, leading to a range of effects from relaxation to impulsiveness. Understanding this connection between alcohol and the brain is not just about explaining why we feel a certain way after a few drinks. It's about recognizing the potential risks and consequences of alcohol misuse. But before we delve into the darker side of alcohol, let's first explore the workings of our most complex organ, the brain, and how it becomes a playground for this unseen invader. Let's dive into the science behind these intriguing phenomena. The human brain, a complex machine, is responsible for our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Indeed, the brain is no less than a marvel of nature. Imagine a bustling city with millions of citizens each performing their role to keep the city functioning. Now shrink that city down to the size of a 2-pound loaf of bread, and you've got a rough idea of what's happening in your head right now. The brain consists of around 100 billion neurons, each neuron connected to thousands of others. These connections form an intricate web buzzing with electricity, transmitting messages at lightning speed. This network of neurons allows us to think, feel, perceive, and coordinate our actions. Now let's delve a little deeper. Each neuron communicates with others using chemicals known as neurotransmitters. They're like the postal service of the brain, delivering messages from one neuron to the next. There are many types of neurotransmitters, each with its own particular role. Dopamine, for instance, is associated with pleasure and reward, while serotonin regulates our mood and appetite. These neurotransmitters don't just float around aimlessly. They're carefully controlled by a system of receptors and transporters. Think of it as a lock and key mechanism. Each neurotransmitter is the key, and it can only unlock specific receptors. Once the key fits the lock, the message is delivered, and the neuron responds accordingly. This delicate balance of neurotransmitters, receptors, and transporters is what allows our brain to function. It's like a symphony orchestra, each instrument playing its part, contributing to the overall harmony. Any disruption in this balance can have profound effects on our thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Now consider that each sip of alcohol is like throwing a wrench into this fine-tuned machine. It interferes with the normal functioning of neurotransmitters, disrupting the harmony of the brain's orchestra. Imagine the chaos if suddenly the violin started playing out of tune or the drums beat at their own rhythm. Now let's see what happens when alcohol enters this complex machine. When you take a sip of your favorite alcoholic beverage, you're inviting an unseen invader into your brain. This invader is not an alien or a malicious virus, but a chemical compound that we often welcome with open arms: alcohol. So how does this invader gain access to our most vital organ? It begins its journey in the stomach, where around 20% of it is swiftly absorbed into the bloodstream. The remaining 80% moves on to the small intestine, where it's absorbed at a much faster rate. From there, the alcohol-laden blood travels to the liver, and then onwards to the rest of the body, including the brain. Once the alcohol reaches the brain, it doesn't knock politely and wait to be let in. No, it barges right through the brain's protective blood-brain barrier, a filter meant to keep harmful substances out. Once inside, it wastes no time in getting to work, impacting various regions of the brain and altering their functions. One of alcohol's primary targets is a group of neurotransmitters known as gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA for short. These neurotransmitters are responsible for reducing excitability and promoting calmness. When alcohol interacts with GABA receptors, it amplifies their effects, leading to feelings of relaxation and sedation. Conversely, alcohol also inhibits the function of another neurotransmitter, glutamate, which is involved in learning and memory. By suppressing glutamate, the brain's ability to form new memories is impaired, which is why you might not remember everything from a night of heavy drinking. Lastly, alcohol triggers the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with the brain's reward system. This flood of dopamine creates feelings of pleasure and reinforces the desire to drink, setting the stage for potential addiction. So, alcohol can significantly alter your brain's usual functioning, but what exactly does that mean for you? Well, the answer to that question is complex and depends on a variety of factors. But one thing is certain, the unseen invader that is alcohol has a profound impact on the brain, and understanding this can be the first step in making informed decisions about alcohol consumption. Alcohol's effects on the brain are both immediate and long-lasting. Let's dive into this a bit deeper, shall we? In the short term, alcohol can create a sense of relaxation. You know that warm, fuzzy feeling you get after a drink or two? That's your brain's response to alcohol's depressant effect. This effect slows down the activity in your brain, helping you feel more at ease. It also lowers your inhibitions, making you more sociable and less anxious. However, these effects can quickly swing the other way with heavier drinking. You might experience impaired motor coordination, making it harder to walk straight. Similarly, your decision-making abilities take a hit, leading to potentially risky behavior. You may also suffer from memory blackouts, not remembering large chunks of time. Now, let's talk about the long-term effects. Over time, excessive drinking can lead to addiction, a chronic disease where you become physically and mentally dependent on alcohol. This is a result of changes in your brain chemistry, driven by repeated exposure to alcohol. The brain starts to adapt to the presence of alcohol, and when it's not there, you experience withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, restlessness, and even seizures. But addiction is just the tip of the iceberg. Long-term alcohol use can also lead to serious brain damage. This damage can manifest in many ways, from memory loss and difficulty learning new things to more severe conditions like Wernicke-Korsakoff syndrome, a debilitating disease that can result in severe memory impairment and physical coordination problems. Here's a sobering fact. The damage from long-term alcohol use can be irreversible, even if you stop drinking. That's why it's crucial to understand these effects and make informed decisions about alcohol use. The effects of alcohol can be profound and lasting, but why do some people seem more affected than others? Well, that's a complex question, and the answer lies in a multitude of factors, but that's a discussion for the next scene. Stay tuned, and let's unravel this mystery together. Not everyone experiences the effects of alcohol in the same way. This is a fact that can be quite puzzling, but when we delve into the factors that influence alcohol's effects, it starts to make a bit more sense. Firstly, let's talk about genetics. Yes, your DNA can play a significant role in how your body processes alcohol. Some people are genetically predisposed to metabolize alcohol faster or slower than others. This can greatly impact how intensely and how quickly they feel the effects of alcohol. Next, we have the factor of age. It's no surprise that the older we get, the more we feel the effects of alcohol. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at processing alcohol. This means that the same amount of alcohol can have a greater effect on an older person than on a younger one. Then, there's the matter of drinking habits. The frequency and the amount of alcohol consumed can have a significant impact on how one's body responds to it. Regular heavy drinking can lead to tolerance, meaning the body needs more alcohol to achieve the same effects. On the flip side, someone who rarely drinks may feel the effects more strongly. Our weight and sex also play a role. Generally, people who weigh more can consume more alcohol before feeling its effects, simply because they have more blood volume for the alcohol to dilute into. And due to differences in body composition and hormones, women often feel the effects of alcohol more quickly than men. Lastly, our mental state can influence how we perceive the effects of alcohol. If we're feeling happy, we might perceive the effects as more positive, while if we're feeling down, the effects might seem more negative. It's not just about the amount of alcohol consumed, these factors all intertwine to determine how alcohol affects each individual. Understanding these factors can help us predict and potentially prevent the negative effects of alcohol. There's a complex relationship between alcohol and mental health. Let's dive into it. Alcohol, often used as a social lubricant or a means to unwind, can also become a slippery slope leading to mental health issues. Chronic alcohol consumption can act like a wolf in sheep's clothing, initially offering a sense of relaxation and happiness, but gradually leading to more severe problems like depression and anxiety. Imagine your brain as a bustling city. In this city, neurotransmitters are the messengers zipping around, ensuring everything runs smoothly. Alcohol, being a central nervous system depressant, slows down the activity of these neurotransmitters. This can result in feelings of relaxation and euphoria in the short term. But long term, that's a different story altogether. Chronic alcohol use can disrupt the balance of these neurotransmitters, leading to alterations in mood, behavior, and cognitive functions. It's like throwing a wrench into the gears of a well-oiled machine, causing chaos and disruption. Over time, this can manifest as depression, anxiety, and even more severe mental health conditions. Moreover, there's a vicious cycle at play here. Some people may turn to alcohol as a coping mechanism for pre-existing mental health issues, seeking temporary relief from their symptoms. However, continual reliance on alcohol can exacerbate these issues, leading to a worsening of symptoms when the effects of alcohol wear off. This, in turn, can lead to increased alcohol consumption, trapping individuals in a cycle that's hard to break free from. To make matters worse, alcohol can interfere with the effectiveness of prescribed medications for mental health conditions, rendering them less effective or even harmful. It's a dangerous game of roulette, where the stakes are high and the odds are stacked against you. So, where does this leave us? It's clear that alcohol can have serious effects on our mental health, but what can we do about it? As we move forward, we'll delve into how we can reduce these risks and promote healthier habits, because understanding is the first step towards change. While we can't eliminate the risks of alcohol completely, we can certainly reduce them. It's all about understanding the power of alcohol and making informed choices. Let's delve into some strategies that can help us mitigate the potential harm. Moderation is key. The phrase "too much of anything is bad" applies perfectly to alcohol. Consuming alcohol in moderate amounts can even have some health benefits. However, crossing that thin line between moderate and excessive drinking can lead to a plethora of health issues, including those affecting our brain. So the first step towards reducing the risks is to limit our alcohol intake. Safe drinking practices play a significant role as well. This includes not drinking on an empty stomach, staying hydrated, and avoiding alcohol when taking certain medications or if you're pregnant. It's also important to have alcohol-free days during the week to give your body a break and time to recover. Moreover, we should not overlook the importance of a supportive community. If you find it difficult to control your drinking, it's okay to seek help. There are numerous support groups and professionals who can provide guidance and resources to assist you in your journey towards sobriety. Additionally, we must also remember that alcohol is not a coping mechanism for stress, anxiety, or any other mental health issues. There are healthier ways to deal with these challenges, such as therapy, exercise, and maintaining a balanced diet. Lastly, education plays a pivotal role in reducing alcohol-related risks. The more we know about the effects of alcohol on our brain, the better we can make decisions that prioritize our health and well-being. By adopting these strategies, we can not only reduce the risks associated with alcohol, but also promote a healthier lifestyle. Remember, it's not about abstaining completely from alcohol, but about drinking responsibly and understanding the implications of our choices. By understanding and respecting the power of alcohol, we can enjoy it responsibly and maintain our brain health. Alcohol can be a double-edged sword, offering both pleasure and peril. We've embarked on a journey to understand the mystique of alcohol and its effects on our brain, the complex machine that it invades. We've seen how alcohol can impact us in the short and long term, affecting our cognitive functions, memory, and even our emotions. We've also delved into the factors that influence these effects, such as genetics, age, and drinking patterns. We've examined the connection between alcohol and mental health, highlighting the role it can play in conditions like depression and anxiety, and we've explored ways to reduce the risks associated with alcohol consumption, emphasizing the importance of moderation and responsible drinking. But let's never forget, amidst the clinking glasses and the laughter, the brain we're affecting is our own. It's the one asset we can't afford to lose. Remember, your brain is your most valuable asset. Protect it, and it will serve you well.